Is on? Hello? Oh, it is! Hello, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel. I am Chris, and what's up? Today I'm going to be talking about how I got into an Oreo fight at a sleepover. Wow, how does that happen? Well, you're going to find out in just about 10 seconds. See how fast that was? Anyway, gotta turn down Ariana's voice. She has a beautiful voice. But I have a video to shoot, so sorry, Ariana. Did I even say her name right? Ariana. Ariana. Anyway, so it was about 7th grade, and I had this really good friend. His name was Josh. Me and him were like best buds. You know, like we were the group of friends that like walked together in the hallways and thought we were the girls from Mean Girls. Except I was the one that fell in the trash can, aka Lindsay Lohan. And yeah, that's how close we were. So awkwardly enough, my dad went up to his mom and was like, "Can they have a sleepover? Can Chris have a sleepover? It'll be fine, my son will behave. He's awesome, he's well behaved, he knows manners." That's not the way it turned out at all, because sometimes I can get a little crazy. I mean, who doesn't? And spent the night at his house. The night was fine. It wasn't until like 4 or 5 in the morning when we got real bored of just laying in the beds, playing with our phones and doing nothing, going back and forth saying, "What up, Josh, you awake? What up, Chris, you awake?" "Yeah, I'm awake." So it was my idea, the one with the manners, to get a jug of water. And this also goes with the Oreo fight. I got the jug of water, and actually he had a bunk bed, so I was on the top, and I poured that sucker all the way down to his bed, and he was like, let me give you a demonstration. He was like, "Oh, I won't get you back for that." So he like climbed to the top of the bed like a Spider-Man type figure, and I was like, "Whoa, I'm sorry, I did nothing, I'm innocent." That's when he was like, right on my head. I was like, "Ow, kinda hurt, but I'm fine because it's just a pillow. It's not like he threw a bat at my face." Anyway, the story goes on. Somehow we ended up bringing a box of Oreos into our room, or his room, and this is where the Oreo fight begins. Me and him were just like eating Oreos, so I think he had the box or I had the box, and I decided to throw an Oreo at him. I was like, "That's what you get for hitting me with a pillow. It's payback, it's revenge, whatever." It's kind of stupid at the time. And that's when he decided to throw one back at me like, "Oh, I thought you were the more mature person and just walked away from situations like that, but apparently not." Anyway, it got to the point where the Oreos got in the water because I threw the whole jug of water down at him, and the Oreos somehow got into that, so we were throwing mushy Oreos at each other. It was the funniest crap that you could ever imagine. Like, it was the best fight. Like, if you could imagine in school, instead of having a food fight, an Oreo fight, but mushy Oreos. And his mom probably wouldn't have got mad if it didn't make a mess, but that's not the case at all, because it made a huge mess. There were Oreo stains. There were Oreos inside the carpet, like, and this wasn't even an apartment that was theirs. It wasn't like a house where, you know, "Oh, it's not a big deal, we'll clean it up." This was like maintenance crap, you know? And so she came in and she was like, I'm just gonna make an impression real quick. I can find a blanket or something. She came in and she was like, "Oh my god, what did you guys do? Oh my god, you ruined my floors. Oh my god, what's going on with my life? What's going on with teenagers this day? Blah, 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 blah." She literally sounded like a chicken that was about to get its head cut off. Anyway, after that, you know, it's time to go home because it was morning. If you guys ever hear me like not make sense for a second, but then get back on track, it's because I like lose my train of thought. So yeah, that's what's up. Anyway, it was time for me to go home, and my dad came to pick me up. He was out the door. He was like, hey, how was my son? Did he behave? You know, was he respectful? Did he use his manners? Of course, she was like, yeah, they were great. And it wasn't until I got home that night, or probably maybe a couple days later, when my dad saw the post from his mom on Facebook, and it was like, oh my god, look what these kids did to my apartment on the night that they slept over, or whatever. Anyway, it was probably one of the best experiences or best memories I've had with a friend. So, yeah, that is my story for today. I hope you guys liked this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure to subscribe to my channel because there's more videos heading your guys' way. Thank you guys for watching this video, and peace.